person who always like to worry about things that don't even happen. Like because of this COVID-19 caused a lot of tension. So what you should do about it? And today I'm going to dive into 3 simple steps in order to solve your problem. So I actually learned all this from this book. It's from Dale Carnegie, like How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. Because since I was young, I really worry about a lot of stuff. Like I worry about whether I can pass my exams. I worry about whether what someone's think about me. I constantly worry, and then that's why I couldn't have like a peace of mind. So that's where I actually started like reading books on how to cure these habits. And that's where I find that the 3 steps that is being introduced by Dale Carnegie is really helpful. So there are 3 simple steps. So the first step in order to cure the worry is that you have to map out on a paper yourself what can be the worst case scenario that can ever happen if the worst thing happens, right? So meaning I will bring out a piece of paper, just write down, okay, if let's say this COVID-19 happens, what can happen to me in my life? Like for example, if let's say I'm an employee, so probably I will lose my job. So I will just write down, okay, probably I will lose my job. All right, if let's say you're a business owner, maybe you say, okay, probably I will lose my businesses because I have no income, I have no revenue, but then I only have expenses to pay. So that's the first step. So the first step is kind of like you have to tell yourself, you have to from your mind, just translate into a written form, be it can be on a computer or be it on a paper, whichever that makes sense to you. So that you kind of like have a release when you write down on it, right? So that's the first step. Second step, based on whatever they have written down, the worst case scenario, you have to mentally accept the facts first. So why do we need to mentally accept the facts? Is because a lot of times when we are worrying is because we are trying to think of the fantasy and also the reality and then back and forth. What if this happened? What if that happened? What if this and that happened? So if let's say you can only think of one scenario, which is the worst case scenario, and then accept the fact that this is happening first, then it's easier for you to actually move on. It's easier for you to calm down yourself mentally, physically, so that you can think of the next move. But a lot of times when I was worrying, I didn't know what to do, right? I keep on back and forth. Yeah, what if this happened, that happened, this happened, this person say this, and I'm going to reply this. It's taking so much of energy of mine because I keep on feeling tension. So it's very stressful. Like even though nothing is happening, but I keep on thinking, battling in my mind myself, right? So secondly is to accept the facts. First, if let's say it happens, what the third thing that you need to do is that right now, you just need to come with another piece of paper, just write down whatever solutions that you can have in order to minimize the damage if let's say the worst case scenario happens. Meaning, you take out a piece of paper, just write down in what ways it can actually minimize the damage that is caused by the worst case scenario. So this thing, then you actually shift because when your mental already accept the facts, it's easier for you to think on what can be the solutions to minimize the damage. So you just write down, okay, I can do this. If let's say for example, if let's say I'm an employee, I might lose my job, then maybe I can actually go for freelancing because freelancing, I have a worldwide client. And if let's say worldwide client, I just don't have to confine in my own country. I can go for higher currency countries, right? So secondly, maybe I can do, some courses, like I can improve myself meanwhile, while I may lose my job or I may not lose my job. And the third thing, maybe I will just go survey around what kind of jobs that is available out in the market that I can utilize my skill set to help more people. And then fourth, maybe I want to record a course because I always have these experts that can help so many people. All right, there's so many different things that you can do. Like even if let's say you're on a business, yes, you have no revenue for your current business model, but is there any other things that you can do? Like is there any other pivot that you can do? Is there any other problems of your existing customer that you can help solving? So just list it down. So I realized that whenever I practice this, right, like really write down the worst case scenario, accept the fact that of the worst case scenario mentally, I am more like calm, because when I'm more calm, right, I'm able to think with more logics because I'm not like always in tension, always in a stressful environment. It helps me to think clearly. There's one phrase I want to tell you guys, like if let's say you keep on focusing on worrying, you are not thinking. So you need to stop worrying so that you can start thinking logically. So for example, if let's say right now, I'm just asking you not to think about red elephant, what will you be thinking? Red elephant, right? So meaning in our mind, right, we can always only focus one thing at a time. Like just take one bit at a time. If let's say you have been focusing on worrying, you are not thinking. Does it make sense? So I hope that this video actually helped you guys, right? And also you can also try to lay down the facts, get the facts right, because a lot of times that we are keep on worrying here and there is because the situation is very chaos. There are a lot of ambiguity in between. That's why the first thing I'll always go that is that I will get my facts right, lay down my facts, and then make the decision next. But then everything, you need to put a cap of the maximum time you want to spend on worrying. Perhaps it can be 30 minutes, perhaps it can be 1 hour, but you might actually put a cap. Otherwise, you are not doing any actions. So only actions, or by only thinking, then you can actually cure the worry. Does it make sense? I hope that this video actually helped you guys, right? So I also want to share about, if let's say you have been enjoying my video, feel free to join my Facebook group. It's called AMazingStory, and I'm going to put the link down below. That's the one. And then secondly, if let's say you want to learn from me about how to close deal faster, you must join my group, because I've been sharing a lot of tips and tricks about how to close deal faster, how to handle objections, how to get more leads organically without any ad spend. And I'm going to launch my book soon. It will be an ebook. I'll be launching hopefully on 18 May. Yes, that's my goal, and I want to make that happen. Okay, I'll be launching on 18 May. If let's say there's any delay, or if let's say I can launch earlier, I'll just let you guys know. So this book is about how you can actually get more traffic and get more clients without any ad spend, purely via your social media. The good thing is about this book is that the concept, the techniques that is being taught in the book is evergreen. No matter how Facebook ads change, no matter how Facebook algorithm change, you can just hack it that way. Okay, and if let's say you guys like a closed deal series, right? I'm actually having a closed deal free training about teaching how to close deal faster using a storytelling strategy method, where it actually helped me to get my first $100 in my businesses when I'm just using this storytelling strategy.